Hey there friends, Nibs again. Wanted to get out the garage and do another video for you guys. This one will be a little bit different, I hope, and I hope it'll be interesting for you. So if you've been watching my channel for a little while, you know that I recently picked up, this is the stock for a Crosman Model 180. Here's the barrel. And here's the rest of the guts. So this one I recently picked up earlier this week, a couple days ago, and from Butternut Sports Shop. Give them a look if you ever come to Syracuse. Look them up online. They have some online sales as well, so you could look them up there. But they did not have these. They had two of them. And they did not have these out with the other guns previously, so I'm not sure where they were. They must have been tucked in a corner somewhere or something, because all of a sudden they showed up out on the rack. So today I went back and grabbed the second one that they had, and this one is actually a newer version. They made these from 57 to around 67, I believe I read. So the first version went from 57 to 61, and you can see the difference here. So this one has a pretty good cheek rise on it. They deleted the butt plate, but the real big thing is, if you see on this one, it has cross bolt safety, cross stock safety for a cross bolt safety, and then this one has a safety built into the trigger guard, and it actually disconnects the trigger completely so it doesn't attach. So one of the other things that I noticed different about this one, so anyway, what I was planning on doing here today, not to get too far ahead of myself with the explanation, but I just picked this one up, just brought it into the garage. I haven't done anything to it yet, and I kind of wanted to go through what I do when I pick one of these up, to kind of go through it and kind of figure out what I'm going to do with it. Whether I'm going to just do a restoration or a conservation. I guess I would say conservation means to stop any further degradation but leave it as vintage as possible, which I like to do as much as possible, because I can go buy brand new guns, but they wouldn't be nice and old and vintage like these. So but one of the other things that is different about the first edition compared to the newer edition is, so when you put your CO2 in there, the first thing you do is actually cock it and then fire it, and that'll actually pierce the CO2. And so this one actually has one click, two clicks, or three clicks for different 1, 2, 3. And what that is pulling the hammer back farther, so the hammer will drive into the valve farther and hold it open longer, let more air out, so it'll have more power in theory. And this is the same type of arrangement that on the Crosman Model 150 pistol that I have been playing around with here recently too. So this one overall is in pretty nice shape. It's got some surface rust on a few parts. Let me bring it down a little bit here so I don't have to hold it up so high. But has some surface rust like on the bolt here and stuff. But overall it is not real badly corroded. Let's see if we can get a shot of the roll stamp there. Probably not, but so it's another Crosman 180. Front sight's in good condition. And then, so I also like to take off the CO2 cap here. And there's a seal inside of there that can go bad, but it felt like it was pretty tight coming out of there. So, and then, well, let's see here. I got a light over here. We'll look down inside there just to make sure there's, no spider webs or mouse nests down inside there. But it looks pretty clean down inside there. So I don't want to, put a CO2 cartridge in there if there's obviously stuff down in there. But so far everything seems to be in working order with it. The stock's in pretty good shape. What I probably will do, maybe not right away, but once I get things working on it, if it needs repairs or whatever. I love this stuff. This Howard's Restore Finish. You can get this I know you can get it at Home Depot. I'm not sure about Lowe's or any other store, but I know you can get that at Home Depot. They have it in 4 or 5 different shades. This one's Golden Oak, which is kind of the lightest shade, which actually works for most gun stocks, but they do have like a mahogany color, which kind of works for more redder colors if you've got some scratches and stuff. It doesn't really cover stuff up, but it'll help fill in any tiny scratches, and it just kind of rejuvenates the wood. I can show you real quick. That's not the main reason I wanted to do this video, but I'll show you real quick just a little bit of the difference it can make. Oh crud. Don't need too much really, and I got a whole lot more than I need on the rag, but so you can see, it's not in terrible shape, but it's kind of flat looking. But you put this on there, and it starts out, it's got kind of a solventy type of feel to it, but it just kind of gives some luster back to the finish. I haven't found a finish yet that it actually will remove. All sorts of different guns that I have, lacquers and shellacs and whatever else, varnishes and stuff. But as you can see now, and then you can take a drier part and just kind of buff it out. But it really does a nice job. There was a couple of spots here where there was a couple of little nicks on the finish, and it just kind of evens those out and makes them a lot less noticeable. But I spilled it all over the floor here. But so you can see that really, you can do that a couple coats, and it really kind of gives it a nice sheen to the finish, and it makes the wood it gives it a little bit of moisture back into the wood, so it's not real just dry looking. So anyway, that's one thing I do when I work on preserving an old gun. So the other thing I wanted to do today while we were on camera here is actually test it out to see what the condition of the seals were in the gun. The other one, I put a CO2 cartridge in it, and it was kind of holding air, but the little valve, I can show you what that looks like. So this little piece here is the valve, the rubber O-ring. I pulled the rubber O-ring out of it because the kit that I'm getting actually comes with a new one of these, so I wanted to see what kind of condition. It was actually real brittle and kind of cracky. So this is what the hammer hits against, and there's a little rubber O-ring in there, and when it hits it forward, it lets just a little bit of air of the CO2 escape out and go up out the barrel. And when that rubber O-ring gets hard and brittle, it won't make a seal on the backside of the CO2 chamber anymore. So I've already fixed several guns that had that as the main problem. I get these kits from, I don't have his card right here, but it's Henry Ford air guns. If you look him up on eBay, he's got kits for just about any Crosman or Benjamin or Sheridan and several other brands as well. So, so what I'm going to do here, just to kind of finish up this for tonight. So I've got the that butt plate, and I'll just put a little bit of oil around that ring there, just to make sure it's going to at least seal there. And one of the other things that I've seen online that you want to do is, these ones use 12 gram CO2s, just one. Put a little drop of oil right on the tip of that. So when you put that in there, that's going to help seal up inside the gun a little bit, give you a little bit of extra seal inside. So, all right, here goes the moment of truth. We'll put that up inside. So some guns, when you screw, the piercing cap is out here. When you screw that down, you got to push in on it, and that will pierce the CO2. So, but with this one, what you do is, it's clear, there's nothing in the barrel, and you actually cock it, and then the first shot you, so that rubber O-ring out here at this end is leaking right there. So that one right there is leaking, but it doesn't seem to be leaking back here. So so that just bled all that off. Oh yeah, I can see the crack in it now. All right, well, I will have to order another set of seals. Kind of a bummer. I was hoping I'd get one out of the two that would actually work right off the bat, but I'm not surprised though. So, like I said, the first edition was from 57 to 61, and then the second edition was from 61 to 67. So this gun is at a minimum 54 years old. So, and these, yeah, I can see there's a big crack in this. I guess, oh, it's so hard it just cracked into pieces. So I was trying to maybe get it out of there, but it's just crumbling into smithereens. So anyway, I'm assuming all the rest of the pieces inside will be the same. There's part of the air valve. There's that hammer in the back and the cocking piece right there. I showed you the plunger for inside the air tube, or inside the CO2 valve. But anyway, I was kind of expecting that it would need a new seal kit. They were both sitting right next to each other, and they've probably been sitting next to each other for decades in the store, and not had any oil or maintenance done to them. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, and I'll get a kit on order for this one, and we'll do a head-to-head between these two Crosman Model 180s coming up real soon. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Have a great day.